So I was watching Double A Comics this morning and he inspired me to make a video. Come see my top 50 books in my collection. Hey YouTube, it's Matt here, and like I said, Aaron from Double A Comics. Hey Aaron, hope you don't mind, you're on my channel again. This isn't the first time he's been on the channel. He's tried to take this channel over before. But Aaron, he dropped a video this past week, and I finally got a chance to watch it. And today is March 13th, 2022, and that is going to come into importance in this video. Now, he dropped a top 50 books in his collection. He did it by value. Now, I kind of tried to do it, but guys, I have a lot of boxes here. I think I got them all, but I'm not 100% sure. I have a feeling I'm going to miss one or two, but so what? It really doesn't matter. These are just fun videos. So stay tuned. I'm going to give you my top 50 comic books based upon value. And again, remember that date, March 13th, 2022. I use the Go Collect website. Okay, they grade or they give values for graded comic books. I do have a handful of raw comic books in here that I did a little dirty grading on, where I'm pretty sure that I'm going to be within a grade. So I just guesstimated those, educated guess, if you will. I have graded comic books before. But we'll see what happens. I did not send them off to CGC. Maybe that might be another video coming up here pretty soon. But my number 50 book, okay, is an awesome Amazing Spider-Man number 52. Now this is great. This is an old label, a 9.2. This book is currently going for $300. Now my number 49 book, and I'm going to go through these pretty quick, is 16. Speaking of Aaron, I actually bought this book off of the guy on the television screen behind me last year. The fair market value of this book in a 9.4 is $300. Another great YouTuber, okay, Los. Now, Los has a great YouTube channel, just like Aaron. I bought this book off of him last year. This is an ASM 62 fair market value, $300. Yeah, this is a nice old Silver Age book in a 9.2, so I was kind of stoked to get that one. ASM 361, first appearance of Carnage, newsstand, 9.6. This book's current fair market value is $325. Here's a book that I think has a lot of room. Here's a book that I think has a lot of room to grow. The first appearance of Cindy Moon, or Silk. This is ASM number 4, 9.8. If she ever comes to the MCU, look for that book to explode. Secret Wars number 8. Okay, this is an old label. This is a, I don't know, can you see that? Let's see, 9.4. I don't know why they put the letter or the words so small in these old labels. I like the newer labels much better. But a 9.4, Secret Wars number 8, that may get sent back to CGC for a cleaning and a press. Because that book's going up in value and that might be able to be improved with a little press. Now, number 44 is Venom number 3. And again, as of the filming of this book's fair market value is $333. Not every book in the collection has to be worth a whole lot of money. And speaking of, here's one. The ticket to the Gibbon Gang, okay? This is Amazing Spider-Man 110 and a 9.4. This book actually surprised me. This book is going for $350 in the grade it is in. I did write these prices down, or the values, as we were talking about, before we started filming this video. I didn't memorize every single one of these. Now, the next book is a book that heated up last summer. whenever the What If series hit Disney Plus. This is Marvel Zombies #1 and a 9.8. And the fair market value of this is $350. New Avengers #7. I don't know if this book's going to stay hot. There's some speculation, if you will, about the Illuminati coming into the MCU with the Doctor Strange 2 movie. So right now, this book is pretty hot. This is New Avengers #7, the first appearance of the Illuminati. The fair market value is $375. Now, one book that if I would have bought this 15 years ago, it would have been 2-3 times worth what it is now. This is a book that started off Marvel's Ultimate Universe. This is Ultimate Spider-Man #1, the 1 in 100 white cover variant that at one time was going between $1,200 and $1,500. Right now, in a 9.8, the fair market value is $400. Hey, not every comic book you own is going to go up in value. Some drop dramatically. This is Darth Vader #3, the first appearance of Dr. Aphra. Now, remember what I said? Not every book goes up in value. This book has cooled off significantly, and I don't know if it'll ever heat back up. This book, as soon as Dr. Aphra makes her first live action appearance, watch out, because this book is going to explode. Dr. Aphra's first appearance in Darth Vader #3. Fair market value is $450 for Darth Vader #3. Let's see, Batman. Oh, this is one of my favorite Neil Adams covers, okay? Batman #232 in a 4.5. I love this book. Fair market value, $475. And an ASM 239, which this book is an 8.0. This is the first appearance of Hobgoblin, and I know why it's an 8.0. There is a tiny tear. There's no spot missing. It's about a 1/2 inch long, and it's a super clean tear. Well, they dropped this book from a 9.4 to an 8.0, but even so, in this grade, this is a $475 book. Now, this is going to be the first Raw book, but not the last Raw book in my top 50. This is an original Conan the Barbarian Raw, although this book looks to be about a 6.0, and maybe that might be debatable, but it's a clean book. This one, fair market value, is $479. And this is a very clean, I estimate 9.8, variant cover copy of Captain America #6, the first appearance of the Winter Soldier, who is on this cover. This book's fair market value is $500. Anyone that's been watching my channel for a while, you know I'm going to have a lot of Conan. Now, that was a nice appearance of Conan #1 a couple books ago. That was a Raw one. This is the new Conan the Barbarian series, started in January of 2019. This is a Greg Hildebrandt cover, the 1 in 500 variant. This book's fair market value is $500. And the next book on here, again, another Conan book. This is Foom #14, which, Foom stands for Friends of Old Marvel. Issue #14. This one is about Conan. Obviously, Conan is on the cover. This is a nice magazine-sized comic book. The fair market value is $500. Now, I'm a giant Neil Adams fan, okay? And, again, Aaron from AA Comics, we were able to make a trade. Now, we've made a few different purchases / trades over the years. This book I acquired in a collection last fall. This is Neil Adams' Batman #227 with a fair market value of $575. This is number 32 in the collection. Now, number 31 in the collection, again, Conan. Now, this is a variant cover for Conan Dark Horse Series #24. It's the nude variant. I have some tape on here just to cover up the naughty bits, okay? So, the Conan #24 nude is number 31 in the collection, and the fair market value is $600. the next book coming up is actually a raw book. I estimate this is a 7.0. This is an ASM number 25. The fair market value of this book is $600. We have another raw book coming right up. This is a golden/silver age book. Okay, this is going to be a low grade copy, but this is All-American Men of War number 39. In the grade it is in, I estimate, a $600 fair market value. A nice, I say silver/golden age. It was printed in 56, which we know that Showcase number 4 is kind of considered a first silver age book, but there's a little bit of leeway on that. 56, that's an old book, okay? Now, the next book, number 28 on my list, is Tomb of Dracula, number 10, first appearance of Blade. This is a 2.5. I actually had a 3.0 last summer, but I sold it, and I had 2 books. I sent them both CGC. I sold the 3.0 because the 2.5 displays so much better, and I wanted this on the wall. Fair market value of this is $625. Now, number 27 on the list is an 8.0 raw copy of ASM 194, the first appearance of Felicia Hardy, Black Cat. The fair market value of this is $650. The death. Forgive me. 26. The Death of the Green Goblin. ASM 122. Fair market value $670. Number 25 on my list is one of my absolute favorite covers ever. I'm a big cover guy, and some books are just amazing. Silver Surfer, number 4, Big John Mishima in a 3.5 grade. This fair market value is $700. Speaking of cover buys, now, this is the first signed comic that I'm showing in this top 50. Guys, it's hard to determine fair market value for signed comic books. What I did is it seems to be pre-standard. There's a 40% upcharge if the creator has something to do with the book. Not all signatures are created equal. But this has a super dope John Steranko cover on this. So the fair market value of this signed 7.0 Hulk Annual number 1, $770. Beautiful, beautiful cover art on this one. Now, another awesome book on here. This is book number 23 on the list. This is Spawn number 175. The fair market value is $775 for this book. Now, this book, I'm going to throw a little controversy out here. Not a big controversy. This is number 22 on my list. This is a 9.4 copy of Legend of the Blue Marvel number 1. In this grade, the fair market value is $775. There are absolute pressable defects on this. I talked about the Secret Wars number 8. It might get sent off for a new press and a grade. This book, I feel very strongly with a good press can come back at 9.8 because the defects on this do not break color. They look absolutely easy to correct. In a 9.8, the fair market value of this book is $1,950. But for this video, we're going to keep it in the grade that it is currently in, $775. Now, number 21 on the list is the second magazine that I'm going to show you. Savage Sword of Conan, number 1, and a 9.8. Now, love this book. This is, if you've ever read The Savage Sword of Conan, one of the best series ever in comic books. This fair market value is $800, and this is book number 21 in my collection. Now, top 20 in my collection. This book has cooled off quite a bit, about 20% over the last year. This is Wolverine Limited Series number 1 from 1982. The fair market value of this book currently is $825. Another raw book in the collection that I have graded at a 3.5 is Amazing Spider-Man number 129. This book is fair market value of $925. Going through the raw books that maybe I need to send some books off to CGC here pretty soon. Number 18 on the list is Batman Adventures number 12, which I have not even really looked at to see if I could get a grade bump on this. I absolutely know that it was pressed by CGC. This book came back at 9.4. It's Batman Adventures 12. The first appearance of Harley Quinn, number 18 on my collection. $925 fair market value. Okay, the top 17 books in my list is a Spawn book. This is Spawn number 174, the first appearance of the Gunslinger Spawn. Fair market value, $1,000. The second signed slab in this, or signed book in a slab in this video is Submariner number 1 from 1968. This is signed by the great Roy Thomas in a 6.5 grade. The fair market value is $1,085. Getting back into Raw Comics, this is Ultimate Comics All New Spider-Man number 1. Now, again, I'm guesstimating grades. This is a pretty sharp book. I'm actually guesstimating 9.8, which is always something you shoot for. But fair market value of this book currently is $1,200. Another signed book is by Roy Thomas, right up here, is Conan the Barbarian number 24 and a 9.4. Fair market value is $1,295. That is a top 14 book in my collection. And the top 13 books in my collection is a Raw book. This is Fantastic Four 48. The first appearance of Silver Surfer and Galactus cameo, I guess. Anyhow, this book displays amazingly well, but the cover is detached, okay? It was split right down the spine, but it looks so good. 2.0 for this book. The fair market value of this book in a 2.0 is $1,300. We're down to the Dirty Dozen, the top 12 books in my collection. The next book up is another Raw book. In fact, I don't even have it in a bag and board currently. This is Marvel Spotlight number 12. The first appearance of Johnny Blaze in the Ghost Rider. The fair market value of this book is $1,350. And for number 11 in the book, the first appearance of Daredevil. And in 9.8, this book is currently going for $1,700. The last Raw book in my collection is number 10. This book, the Ghost Rider, I estimated 4.5. This Amazing Spider-Man 15, the first appearance of the Kraven, also in a 4.5. The fair market value of this book in that grade is $1,850. Number 9 on the list is, it's a niche book. This is the first appearance of Anti-Venom. This is the second printing of Amazing Spider-Man 569. This book, the current fair market value is $2,000. The next book on here, Conan Rules, but this book is not popular because of Conan the Barbarian. This is the first appearance of Conan in magazine format, but this is also the first appearance of Man-Thing, which predates Swamp Thing, Tina, just saying, by a month or two. But anyhow, this is a 9.4 copy. I currently have another copy being pressed and graded off to CGC. Roy Thomas signed it, but I'm not going to get that book for another couple years the way the turnaround times are going. I see that book coming back in a high grade also. But the 9.4 Savage Tales number 1 is fair market value $2,300. A book that is one of my favorite in the collection, has absolutely been skyrocketing. Ultimate Fallout number 4, first appearance of Miles Morales at 9.8. This book is currently fair market value of $2,900. Now guys, I've seen prices for this being sold much higher than that. Well, not much higher, but quite a bit higher, big percentage higher. And so the fair market value isn't always accurate as far as sales go, but I needed to have something to go by whenever I was making this video. Now, Spawn, #1 black and white issue that was an incentive issue. I forget what the variant ratio was, but this came out whenever the movie came out in 1997, even though the original #1 Spawn #1, came out in 1992. There's less than 109.8s of this book in the world. This book's fair market value is $3,000. A book that I acquired just last year. #5 on the list, Daredevil #1 and a 2.0, $3,590. Now, #4 on the list was a present from Mrs. Woods for my birthday 2 years ago. Not even a full 2 years ago. Hulk #181, first appearance of Wolverine. And I'm sticking with it. It's the first appearance until I get a Hulk 180. Then I might change my mind. But anyhow, it's debatable. First appearance of Wolverine, or at least first full appearance, 181. This is a 5.0. This book's going for about 40, or the fair market value is $4,200. Now, a book that has cooled off quite a bit, although it did get super hot last year, is Amazing Spider-Man #300. This book was selling for $8,000 in summer of 2021. Right now, the fair market value is $5,250. And the greatest investment I ever made in my life, $1, is what I paid for this ASM #1. It is a low grade. Let's not pretend it's anything special. There's a lot of ink missing. You know, the cover isn't the best, but it's still legible. It's still readable. I've read it before, and before I had it graded. This book is currently going for a mile. $5,280 is the fair market value of this book in this grade. Now, the #1 book in my collection surprised me because this book's not always been very valuable, but the grade plus the signature has seemed to make this book pop. The #1 book in my collection. And people, listen, I show this book a lot, but I really didn't know it was the #1 most valuable book in my collection. This one's currently going for fair market value in this grade with the Roy Thomas signature, $5,460. Guys, I kind of like doing these top 50 videos. They're fun to watch whenever someone else does them. I also want to thank Aaron from AA Comics, who is a super awesome human being, a great guy, great comic book collector. Give his channel a follow. He, just as of this morning, hit 1,000 subscribers. Go over his channel, subscribe him up. But I want to thank everybody for watching, and you have a great day.